Hey pack leaders, so today I'm going to be talking about the infinite banking system. I think this infinite banking system is so key and it needs to be started way early over everything else. It pretty much replaces the 401k, the pension plans, the Roth IRAs. It's just way better than everything else. Even like education fund, the Cedras or whatever it is, ED, whatever it is. Just get the infinite banking system going. Start early and just save into it, because a lot of opportunity cost is lost when you pay cash. Now, I know that there's kind of these three phases. First it was just like, okay, this how do I get out of debt? And then there's all these systems and pay down method, Dave Ramsey program, to start paying cash. And we started doing that too, and even the person I'm following also did that, paid cash too, and it's all right, but we still kind of felt stretched thin, and there's not enough cash flow because everything's all cash or it's all held up into real estate or investments that we're in, and it just doesn't feel like we're still growing or getting ahead. Everything that comes in still gets taxed half, everything gets chopped half, and all that other stuff. But with the infinite banking system, it's basically a loan to yourself, and on top of that, it's not taxable. You can even use the tax money that you're supposed to pay, throw into the infinite banking system that would pay more interest, and then after the interest is accrued, then pay off the IRS interest. And there's a sample where Warren Buffett doesn't even pay his taxes because he's making more money with the IRS's money, and just paying the IRS 6% while he's earning 10 or 15% on it, and that spread is his. So why should he pay it off, right? So he'll pay it off at the very last minute, kind of thing, where it's like, all right, we put a lien on you for 5 years, you better pay before we start leveraging stuff and start taking things. He'll be like, all right, cool, cash it out, boom, pay it off, done, and thanks for letting me borrow your money for 5 years, while I'm earning extra money on interest, the spread between the IRS and what he's earning. So I'm going to direct you where it is. I'm not the expert at it, but it's how I learned it. And then later on, I'll probably be able to give you more details on my own account and how I'm growing it and how I'm managing it myself, because they don't really share that detail, but they teach it enough where I can understand it, and it makes sense for me to, in a sense, start it. Okay, and I would recommend that you also make sure that you understand it too before you start anything at all. For me, I kind of just, hey, let's just start small. Even though I don't fully get it, let's just start the policy, and if it works, great. If not, we'll just scrap it and move on. And that's just how I do things, because I just kind of like, we'll deal with the problem as we get to it, and we'll whack it once we get to it, kind of thing. Other people want to know everything before they can take the first step. Just however you work on it, but also be careful. I'd say lose small before you lose big, kind of thing. So I always take small steps before, and take a small risk before I can go, okay, I'm confident enough to go big on it. So check out the links below, and I am going to show you some books, resources, if you want to know more detail. In the next following videos, I'm going to give you the general gist of how it works. Okay, thanks.